What's going on, y'all? It's 75Junction. It's your boy Sherm, and we are here with some very special guests today. I got Marv.p here, and I got Calvinmerazh. What's going on? How y'all fellas doing today?
What up?
Feeling good.
Okay, excellent, man. So for those who don't know y'all, can y'all just introduce yourselves and you know what you do? Starting from the left to the right. My left to the right, mommy.
When you said it, I was like,
wait, which left?
right. So yeah, I go by Marv.p. I'm a artist, songwriter, and curator.
Okay.
Culture innovator for the area. I would add that, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm Calvinmerazh. I'm a record producer from Portsmouth, Virginia. I'm a cadence major.
Okay.
You know, songwriter, and you know, arranger, things of that nature.
Okay. Word. So how long y'all been working together?
I would work. How long has it been? What, 4 or 5?
5, 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually started working with Calvin by mistake.
Oh damn, how that happened?
Yeah, he was actually supposed to work with a friend of mine.
Okay.
And I don't know how them sessions was going, but you know, I just rolled through like, yo, anywhere is work, y'all working, I'm trying to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a situation like that, and then we was just there. And you know, like a lot of the sessions, people be just, you know, doing their own thing. They be trying to create their vibe, if you dig what I'm saying.
Right.
And we was just more focused on working. So that's how it happened. Then from there, we had we worked like 1 or 2 times then. And then we just started like real live locking in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but 5 years we got a lot of work done too.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, so let's go down the catalog or body of work that you guys have created together. So what influences he had as far as your projects and your singles and things like that, and moving forward, where do you see where you guys going?
the influence, it's more like because you know like as an artist and coming up as an artist, it's very hard to like find a producer to lock in with. Or find somebody alone to help you discover your sound, because
Right.
a lot of it's like you just like listen to a few producers. Like out of like 5 producers, they may have like, let's say 20 songs, 30 beats, and out of that 30 you find 1 or 2 that you like, but the relationship is not there, so you're not like building each other's sound. But so when I met Cal, it was like, you know, we kind of like, we were testing the water, we, you know, doing different styles. Okay, what's your style? And then from that, you know what I'm saying, I found what was mine, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to just lock in and like perfect my craft and within my style instead of just like rapping. And you know, when you start out, you're trying to create what everybody like, you know?
Right.
So definitely went through that period, and then we just say, you know, forget it and just let's rock. But we had a couple projects, since 2015, 2014, 2015?
2014.
Yeah, we didn't start really working until like 2015.
Okay.
We worked a few times. I think we started out with a song called "Money on My Mind." Is that the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know, back then that shit was hot. But now I look back like nah, definitely not.
Yeah, no. Every time we do something in the spur of the moment, it's like, yeah, this is hot, and then you look back on it later, you're like,
Yeah, but maybe for 2014 it was hot.
definitely.
I wouldn't play it.
Yeah, I did. We had a few. We went on a little run, and then
Okay.
where it hit the fan was we started a project titled "The Last Supper," and we had a song called "Some Boots" that we was really proud of. That's still on Apple Music to this day.
Okay.
We had that song, and we was like, okay, let's just run with this. So we was all in like Atlanta and back and forth, just pushing the song, hitting clubs, promoters, the whole 9, and then an event happened. It was actually a nice neighborhood too. We went out to get something to eat, and man, they broke into the car and took Cal's whole situation.
Damn.
Man, the whole book bag, laptop, keyboard, the whole 9. Like they had to be.
That's it.
They got the producer starter kit, hard drive, new keyboard, new computer, all that.
All the
Damn.
sounds.
Starter kit for real.
Yeah.
That is sick, bro.
So after that, it was like, yo, we realized we gotta just put in more work now. So you know, going through that period, that was 2016, going into 2017. Then I have one more producer called Marcus Aurelius. He's from here, but he's out in LA. And Marcus produced a song called Big Fella, which was like really like,
Yep. Remember that one?
like I really been working out here like for a while, but that was one of the ones where like gave me like, okay, cause you know you trying to do what everybody like.
Right.
And that song literally came from a joke. So after that, it was like, okay, you just gotta be you. You gotta be authentic. You gotta be real. You know what I'm saying? So like from that, we just started having fun with it and literally since that we've been like steady since. So
Okay, word. Now, Cal, and losing your laptop and your hard drive, basically your producer starter kit, as you call it.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like? Like, what went through your head when that happened? Did you feel like, damn, do I even want to keep doing this shit no more? 'Cause that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was going through your mind?
I was at that time. I was past that point because I'm one of the producers that like go through situations where the computer crash and you got to get.
Damn.
I didn't had 2 of those situations before, so this one situation was more like numbing.
Okay.
Where I just was like,
I think I was more mad.
He was hot. Literally and figuratively. Like, he was hot. He was ready to shoot somebody.
I was running around there with a wife beater on.
I was numb. I calmly called the rental place, said, hey, my car got bust open. And I was hurt, but I was just more so just numb. And then realizing that everything I created, I gotta create again.
Right.
All over it. So intellectual property, that really messed me up. But
Facts.
the idea of getting a computer, that was numbing to me. But the intellectual property, like configurations that I don't know how to, I have to learn it again, stuff like that. Stuff you printed up with audio, you gotta like learn how to do that again. So it's different.
Yeah, that's a major setback, man. That's a pain in the ass. So, and working with Marv, you know what I'm saying? He said he found his style and stuff like that while y'all working together. So when he found his style, was it easier for you to make beats based off of his style? Like, cause you like, all right, I already know your sound, I already know your style, so I'm gonna make this beat for you, and I'm gonna tailor it to your sound.
Yeah, I would say it doesn't take long to just quickly make one, cause he's so talented. But it definitely takes a long time if you want consistency out of like an artist and being able to challenge them, cause he'll get bored. So, so consistently challenging the artist to grow, and then being magical and inspirational at the same time. So it's like he usually, like, if he really likes something and it inspired him to write, he was like, yo, thank you, bro. Like, that means he got what he needed off his chest, off his mind, off his heart. That means I did what I was supposed to do, the record. So now people hear it, they're gonna hear whatever he had on his mind completely be expressed. So,
Okay. Okay, word. That's hard. Now, the success the big fella brought, you know what I'm saying? Like, now listen to the record, and it's a catchy record, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, it came off a joke, and it wasn't meant to be like just bars. It has bars, but at the same time, it's catchy. You know what I'm saying? Now, what was that feeling like when you saw like your work taking off? Because like a lot of times, like when people try something, you know what I'm saying, and they're actually giving 110% effort, it's like, damn, I think this is really good, but people not fucking with it. Why are people not fucking with it? You know what I'm saying? But then you do something like as a gimmick or as a joke, and it just takes off. You know what I'm saying? You're like, wow, it wasn't like, well, by the way, go listen to my other stuff that's actually really good. You know what I'm saying? So what was that like?
Man, it was definitely surreal. Cause I think within the first like the video went viral on Facebook and ended up doing like 90,000. But like the first day we was like compared to the other stuff I had released, like we weren't doing like that type of number. Like I think like first day we had like 1,000. It was like 1,000, 3,000 views first day. So I was looking and my phone just going off and like people sharing it and this, that, and third. And I was like, hold on, like
might be on to something.
You know what I'm saying? Like we might be on to something. And then people's response to it was just like, cause we really took it as a joke, like, it spewed from a joke with me, my DJ, and his manager, which is his brother. As in like, like it's mad songs for big girls, you know what I'm saying? The platform for big girls and the music.
Look out for the big girl, all that stuff, yeah.
So like, I was like, man, ain't no song for big dudes, man. Like, we don't get no shine out here. So from that, and Marcus had sent me the beat, man, probably, I don't even know how long before that. And I just never wrote to it. I had that beat for a while though. So when I sent it back to him, he was like, man, I forgot about this. Like, that's how long it was. So then it was just, man, it was surreal. It was like, I figured it out. That's when I felt like I figured it out. I was like, okay, you literally just need to stop taking it so serious. Like, just, give them your heart, give them what you like. And that's when I started, like, okay, if I like it, we rolling with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not focused on like, because back then, we was, you want to make the songs that's like radio. You want to make the popular, songs people can turn up to, whatever. But like, that showed me like, nah, everybody lane ain't the same. Like everybody way there, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that, it opened so many doors, and it was just, man, it was, to live in that moment, it was dope, because I was like, man, if I can do this, I can't imagine what I can do if like a larger amount of people hear my music. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
That's what I started thinking about. But yeah, man, it was just, it was beautiful to watch, and I'm like a real person of trying to like live in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was really trying to do. I was trying to take it in and really understand what was going on. How could I study what was going on so that we could do it again? You know, so
right,
that type thing.
Shout out to Marcus. I still wish I did that.
No, that's hard, man.
I still wish I did it.
When we talk about Big Pharr, you know, we talking about music videos. The music video actually came out really dope. So how was it getting that together? Because I mean, I've worked with other artists before because I do a little videography on the side as far as like getting footage done and stuff like that. It's very difficult to get a lot of people to sit down and do a video.
Yeah.
So how long did it take to record the video, and how many like shortcomings did you have? Like, you know, I know you be like, yeah, I got 10 people coming, and then like 3 people show up.
Oh yeah, that definitely happened. The venue changed day before.
Oh damn!
It was actually supposed to be shot on Norfolk State's campus. Because a lot of the people who played their role in the video was Norfolk State students.
Ah, okay.
Shout out to Big Moody. He had a brand BNS, you know, basically promoting big dudes, whatever. So they pulled up, you know, and he had told me who'd pull up, but you know, when it flaked, you know, with Norfolk State, we're supposed to use like a space at Norfolk State, and it really had me like, dang, so it's really gonna work. But that happens when you got mad people involved, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we get there, and it's supposed to be X amount of girls, and now this amount of girls show up, and it's like, well, we just gotta make it work with what we got, cause like,
right.
If we be waiting on people, we gonna be waiting forever. So
okay.
Definitely.
So you say his brand is BNS. What does that stand for?
Big nigga season.
Oh, I thought it was big nigga shit.
Yeah, I think it's big nigga season or
okay,
big nigga something. But yeah,
okay, word. I thought that's what it was, but I wasn't 100% sure. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, you was on track.
Okay, bet. Cool. All right, man. Let's talk about projects you got coming up, man. What you cooking up right now? Right
now, we really promote heavy. I dropped the second installment to the From the Heart series.
Okay.
So last year, on April 28th, we dropped From the Heart Part 1, and this year, May 25th, we dropped Part 2. And what it is, it just gives it's more mellow. It's more transparent. Like, okay, when you look at a big fella that's like upbeat, happy, you know what I'm saying? But it's very transparent to like the lifestyle of an artist that people don't see. As in like some of the things you encounter, some of the thoughts you have, and you know what I'm saying? It's real life, like it's the relationship side of it. Like it's very hard to be just a go-getter and be in a relationship. Like people don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So like different things like that, just being out and about like in the city, and people are seeing you grow, so they assuming you, okay, you got some money now. So different people try you, girls, you know what I'm saying, trying you, and it's like, nah, that's, you know what I'm saying. So it's very transparent and detailed on what the topics I touch on, and I think a listener would get a lot from it. So if they haven't heard, I definitely would go listen to it, because like on the first one, I touch on a lot of things. So like Granby Street is very transparent. It was written about a night that happened. Like literally, it was like, okay, if I could just write a song about this night and as detailed as possible. It was like that down to the last verse. The last verse was, that last verse didn't happen because the last verse like me getting robbed at a gas station. But that part didn't happen. But it was like me seeing somebody flexing. Like I'm looking at somebody flexing. You know, it's like this little dude got to be all of like 140, 150 pounds. He flexing, pocket full of cash. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, yo, somebody in a real situation would take advantage of that 150 pounds right there and come up. You know what I'm saying? So that was more like a message I was trying to send to people doing stuff like that, so they can stay out of that situation. Then I got songs like Bless My Soul, where I was trying to get people to understand perspective and, you know what I'm saying, and empathy. Like not to feel sorry for people, but to place yourself in people's shoes. So the song Bless My Soul, like the first verse is about a drug dealer who's a victim of circumstance. Kind of doesn't want to be a drug dealer, but you know, his cards ain't playing right for him. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of got to do it, but it goes through that so they can see that, like, okay, everybody who sell drugs ain't really trying to sell drugs. Some people have to, you know? And then, like, the second verse is a homeless man. And I just feel like when people look at people in different situations, they quick to judge. I think that's something we struggle with.
Absolutely.
As in, like, when we see people, like, you judging them, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what that person went through. You don't know what got them there. Mm-hmm. And if that same situation would have happened to you, you don't know. You could be worse. They could be up compared to what you would have been through. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, so I touch on topics like that, but yet we got songs on that, like Dandelion, which is like for the ladies and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you go to the second project, I got a song dedicated to my mother, Dear Mama. Then you got No Sweat, where I'm talking about relationships and girls tripping. Mm-hmm. But yet you got songs like Wifer saying, like, I understand this is what really be going on, but this is what the intention be. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and just stuff like that. So,
yeah. Okay. And that's good that you do that and that you clarify, because people have a habit of hearing something and just thinking that you're dead set on that and that's all you feel and that's it, point blank period. Whereas I could identify, like, all right, men cheat, men do this, that, and the third, but so do women. You know what I'm saying? They could be like, oh, well, all women don't do that. Well, obviously all women don't do that. You know
obviously all men don't do it.
Right, exactly. Obviously all, what I'm saying? But there's deeper meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always take stuff at face value and then they just ride with it. You know what I'm saying?
And definitely, man, it's hard out here when people see that you, like, I don't know why. This is how I look at it. I don't know what women really be expecting sometimes. Like, if your dude is not busy, that's kind of a problem. Like, we in our 20s, like, you supposed to be busy. Right. So if you ain't busy, you broke. Mm-hmm. You got to pick and choose which one you want. You want a broke dude or you want a busy one? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
and when they get the busy one, they complain because they don't got a lot of time for them. And I'm just like, look,
we got to make this work. If it's really there, you're going to make it work. But that's the situation you run into. And you run into women who want you to choose. Mm-hmm. And me, like, I give my heart and soul to this. This is what, you know what I'm saying? Right. This is what I want to do, because it's going to afford me opportunities to change my family's life and, be a shift in the dynamics of my family. You know what I'm saying? So we own this. You know what I'm saying? So you made me choose. It's going to be that all the time. So that's a lot of times, what happens. Sadly, because a lot of the girls they be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you run into some that really be like wife material, but they just not finna be on no back burner. Right. And some of them be riders, but that's a lot of things I speak to in the music too. Absolutely. So try to get an understanding. You can't explain that to a girl once you in the situation. Like, she not going for no explanations. She just like, yeah, I feel like you doing this, you doing that.
It's funny how.
You not. You supposed to be doing this and that. And I'm like, I'm gonna do this, that, and that, and that don't make sense.
Exactly.
But yeah,
don't you weigh yourself down. Okay, I feel definitely. That. Okay, all right. So what about you, Cal? What's your experiences with that situation? I'm assuming you've had that a lot, because as a producer, you know what I'm saying, typically you're behind the computer a lot of the time, most of the time. You know what I'm saying, cooking something up. So what was that like, and what's your creative process like? I know this is kind of like a loaded question.
Yeah, I mean, my situations are a lot different. So, for the most part, most people think I'm already busy, so they don't try. So it's almost like, so if I like somebody, they're like, oh, you don't really like me. Like, you busy, like, you got hoes or whatever. Like, anything like that, it don't necessarily
where
work.
the hoes be at? Right. Like, they be speaking of, like.
No, they out there. They're definitely out there.
No, but I'm saying, like, when a girl be like, I know you got hoes. Like, what led you to believe this? Like, where's the evidence?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know it yet, but
the alley. Different out here. They all the alley.
Oh, stop it.
The alley for sure. But I guess just the fact that being busy is definitely a thing. But for my situations, most of the time people already think I'm like busy, so they don't want to bother me. Because normally if you hit me up, I'm up. And I'm working, and I don't even go on dates for real. Like, I go on a lunch. Right. I'm usually like, we're gonna do this lunch, and then I got to get back to the studio, whatever. So things like that. But,
okay. And where are you based out? Are you still based out of Portsmouth? I know you're from Portsmouth.
Oh, I'm in Norfolk.
Norfolk now. Okay, got you. Okay.
P-Town though. P-Town. Churchland.
Okay.
That's
okay.
where I'm from. Churchland.
Okay, well, I feel that. So, you have your own studio, or do you have like an office set up, kind of?
Got it. I pretty much got it like an office set up.
Okay.
Where it's still kind of like how this is. Where it's set up quiet and warm in a room.
It's tailored to your feng shui.
Yeah. Okay. I got a big ass plant in there. So people walk in, they're like, "This is so cool." Like,
what was that movie with the plant?
Which
was that Seymour?
I'm not sure.
Movie with the plant?
Remember the plant that was talking about Venus flytrap?
What plant?
Remember? It was a movie way back in the Venus flytrap. Big ass plant that. Was like talking and shit.
Only thing I could think of was Batman.
Nah, yeah.
Oh, you talking about like Poison Ivy?
Yeah, she had a big ass.
Yeah, she probably had it. That's probably where it came from.
That's the plant size. You got.
I got it. Like the plant probably about it's bigger than that.
You got a little baby palm tree.
Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, it's a majesty palm.
Oh, okay. Word. Oh, that's wild. I was just throwing something out there. Okay, that's what's up.
Her name's Gina.
Okay, so you got a nice feng shui to the office, man. That's dope. So Marv, you got yourself a what is it? You got a scholarship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that and what the process of getting the scholarship was like, and then also what is the scholarship for?
Well, it's titled the Chase Dream Scholarship. I created it because like in high school, senior year, I had really no ambition to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
To be 100 with you, but that's the road that kind of pushed everybody down.
Right.
And it made no sense to me. That's why I didn't want to go, because I was like, yo, I didn't like high school. I kind of had to get good grades to live in my mom's crib, so not definitely about to do that on my own time with my own money.
Facts.
So, but during that process, I seen that for creatives, it was very hard for them to find resources financially to help them go to college. So like if you wanted to be like a doctor, lawyer, or whatever, the typicals, and it's like, oh, X amount of scholarships, apply for this, apply for that, apply for this. But if people say like, yo, I really want to be an entrepreneur, I want to start a clothing brand, or you know what I'm saying, like where's the scholarships for those people?
Right.
So looking back to it, I took the opportunity to it happened, it just came to my mind. I was like, yo, it's a dope thing. So I wanted to use my platform to raise the money to do it. So like right now, out of the 2,000, we're at $910.
Okay.
So and we still got a whole school year to go. So I'm very confident that we're gonna and I haven't really been super promoted heavy because I didn't want to false advertise to the class of 19.
Right.
So because it's for the class of 2020.
I got you.
So but yeah, it's a scholarship tailored for a Norview High School senior, because that's my alma mater, that's going to pursue fashion, music, or art fields with their career and what they're trying to do. So how the process is going to work is basically like, I'm not reading 1,000 papers, so
right,
it's not happening. So we're gonna take it to social media, create the social media, and have them submit videos to the Chase Dreams Instagram, so where they would have to express, show, what they plan on doing with their talent. Like if you're a designer, show some things you designed, or if you're some type of like musician, play something, this and third. And me and the team gonna get together and pick 3 people from that entire group. So, and then after we pick the 3 people, we head to the school, have the interviews. I want to have a one-on-one interview with each one, just to see, make sure the mentally, they're on the right track. Because anybody can fake something.
Right.
But in a conversation, you can't really fake it. So to meet the person in person, you can see what their intentions is, and their drive is like. So and then from the interviews with the 3 people, we're gonna pick one.
Okay. Okay, that's impressive, man. Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to start a scholarship. So if somebody wanted to start one, how would they go about doing so?
It's actually extremely easy. I thought it was gonna be an entire process. It wasn't. I went to the school. A lot of my teachers and stuff, they follow me like on social media, so they really in tune with what I do. So when I went back, they was very welcoming. So I told them what I was trying to do, and they was like, "Oh, okay, that's amazing. Like, this how you do it." And it was like, really, like, you just do it. It's like this little stencil. Okay, boom. Like, this is, you can make a scholarship for anything. What your scholarship want to be about? Okay, boom. You can really have a scholarship for anything. 2 left feet, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got one ear, and here's a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can literally make it about whatever you want. You can get very creative with how you want to raise the money, how you want. If you want to come out of your pocket with $1,000 and give it to someone, that's your scholarship. You can create it. I just don't think, like, the knowledge of doing it is not there. And I think it's a lot of people out here with platforms. It's a lot of people out here making money, or so they say. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people flash a lot of money. Well, let's take it back to the roots of hip-hop, if we being real. The roots of hip-hop, people was in their communities. Right. And that's one thing I've always been doing. Like, I partner with an organization, Teams with a Purpose. Mm-hmm. I came up through there, I mentored, and a lot of, due to my time now, I can't, like, spend a lot of time there. I try to, like, you know what I'm saying, definitely include them in a lot of things I do, and because that's the community. Right. You know what I'm saying? So in hip hop, I think we definitely strayed away from that. And if people out here making the money they say they is, they need to, like, come on, let's change something. Like, because my ultimate goal with it is to infiltrate the basically the curriculum of Norfolk Public Schools. Because, like, graduating, like, it's so much that you don't know that you need to know out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I graduated, I didn't know stocks, I didn't know how to invest, I didn't know credit, I didn't know anything, especially credit. Like, when you look at the statistics, like, the average person who ruins their credit is from like 18 to 21. That's college. Right. So you took, like, think about it, you kind of pushed them to go to college. Oh, because everybody should go to college, right? Then, and I can't speak for everybody in the community, but, like, let's speak for the African American community. Parents are not funding their students to go to college. So where's the money? They get offered these credit cards, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you got $1,000 limit, this, that, and third. You broke in college? Like, I got $1,000. Right. Because nobody taught them that you don't really got $1,000. Right.
And then you got to pay $2,000 on that because the interest rate probably high. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know what I'm saying? Nobody taught them that. So they look at it like, got $1,000, I'm about to run it up. And then you running your college bill up because you're there 4 years. Before you know it, you $80,000-$100,000 in debt, and your credit's bad, so it's harder to dig out. And the only thing we can help you with is, I can help you I can help you improve your credit. Right. It's like, nah, like, if we start from the jump on helping people and teaching them how not to mess it up, we ain't got to worry about improving it. Exactly. So I think that's a lot of things that need to be taught, and what I'm working on with North Public School System is to, like, you know, teach these things, because they have e-commerce classes, and, like, in different school systems they do, you know, but why in some they don't? If anything, in some they should more than others, you know what I'm saying?
Right, like especially like Newport News and, like, Norfolk, like the places
poverty-stricken areas. Definitely, that's where you should be teaching how to survive. I don't need to know what MX plus B is. Why do I know what that is and don't know how to improve my credit or get credit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and I agree with that, man. I feel like, honestly, bro, I feel like in high school, as soon as high school starts, they should give kids a choice as far as what they want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, make kids start thinking about what they want to do in their life in middle school. You know what I'm saying? So that way, when they get to high school, if they want to tailor their class to be, oh yeah, I want to be a chemist when I grow up. Okay, you got, you know, math, you got chemistry, you got, you know, physics, you got science-based curriculum throughout your whole 4 years. So boom, you come out, you got experience. You know what I'm saying? You got certifications. Maybe if you introduce that, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna be a lot more better off, a lot more knowledgeable if they can choose what they want and cut out all the bullshit and all the fluff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because in college, I don't need no PE 5 times by changing their major. Right. Because they don't know. And
exactly. Yeah. Like, I don't need no PE. I don't need no math if I don't need to go past algebra if I'm not going to be doing algebra or geometry or calculus or statistics. I don't need none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the curriculum does need to be changed. It needs to be revised, absolutely. Because, you know, everybody is getting screwed over in the long run. You know what I'm saying? And
I think it's only gonna get worse. Like, we live right now, it's 2019, so like, entrepreneurship is, like, at an all-time high of people, like, starting their own businesses and trying, like, doing things independent to create income. Like, when you look at Uber, Lyft, you know what I'm saying? There's people out here really living off, like, these, you know, different entrepreneurship platforms. Right. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to know all of this to do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Think about, like, even when you look at people like Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, he didn't finish his degree until after Facebook was $1 billion company. Yep. I think he just got his, didn't he? Like, not too long ago.
I don't know. I don't really follow him like that. But
yeah, like, when you look at it, the Jay-Z. I don't recall Jay-Z going to college. Nope. You know what I'm saying? I don't recall like a lot of them going to college. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you got some that did and used college to finesse their hustle. You know what I'm saying?
True. But Steve Jobs, he dropped out. You know what I'm saying? He made Apple.
Exactly. But it's because it's a lot of ways, and then you see it. I just think if the knowledge is there, you know, you can. That's a different conversation. Because if you would have told me in high school that I was going to waste $80,000 to $100,000 in college, I would just bought a house.
Right.
I'm gonna take that L anyway, and I gotta pay it back. So
might as well be sleeping though.
Why not buy a house? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why not invest in an apartment complex? It's $100,000. I get a duplex. You know what I'm saying? I could pay on a duplex. I could pay on a little 5 unit, and now I got income coming. Teach me how to do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, in high school, you know, it's just a lot of things that don't interest the youth. So they're not interested. Therefore, the grades are reflecting it. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. That was my problem as well coming up, because like I was doing subjects and stuff that I had no interest in, and my grades were bad. It wasn't because I was stupid or dumb.
You didn't care.
I just didn't care. I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? My parents, luckily, they understood that. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't too hard on me, but they were like, look, at the end of the day, you got to play the game. You know what I'm saying? You got to play the game, and then we'll teach you all the stuff that you need to know. So luckily, I grew up with both parents. They were able to help me understand, you know, saving, investing, you know, credit for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So,
blessed.
Right, exactly. They let me stay at their crib after I was 18, which is another issue in the black community. You know, parents so quick to kick their kids out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why you think all these white kids is good? Because their parents let them stay under their roof. They let them save up their money. They let them do all this stuff.
And college. They helping out through college.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not on their own till after they graduate college.
Right, but be 22,
point, they got 21. A degree.
Mm-hmm.
They got a nice job. You know what I'm saying?
They said they probably saved up some bread while they're staying at their parents' house. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So luckily, man, my parents looked out, man. So you know, obviously, I'm gonna instill that into my kids when that time comes. So hopefully, you know, more people, more families do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's just it's raising the conversation for real and holding people accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because like where I'm from, I grew up in like Norfolk, like the rough parts of Norfolk, like, and you know. I'm 26. I grew up 90s, early 2000s. Gangster was different. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters was literally different. Like back then, gangsters, yes, they was doing street stuff, but they was educating, putting you on game on how to get to some money and how to stay out the way. And they was doing stuff for the community. You know what I'm saying? Book bag drives, Thanksgiving turkey drives, Christmas drives. You know what I'm saying? Everybody claim they gangster now. I don't see nobody doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like. It's just it's the environment too, and I think a lot of people need to be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Especially those with platforms. If you're an artist, if you have a platform, you part of the problem. If you're not helping it, sitting quiet is definitely being part of the problem.
Absolutely.
Because you ain't teaching, so you know what I'm saying. So like, and we need to start holding each other accountable, and that's why. I look and it was like it starts with me. You know what I'm saying? When I thought about it, I was like, well, maybe if I set the tone and I do my thing, that people look and it's like, I want to do something like that. I can't because you know it just takes somebody showing like, yo, this is easy. Anybody can do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to have a platform or be an artist to start a scholarship. You can give a scholarship for anything, $500 to help out with some books.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
But we keep hollering every generation that the youth is our future, and we're doing nothing to help our future.
Not only that, but they blame the youth too.
We're letting them raise their. And yeah,
but the previous generation, the one that caused the problems. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So don't criticize me if you never lent me a helping hand. Don't.
Right.
If I figured it out on my own, then you kind of gotta shut up.
Right.
Like, don't give me advice now. I'm all grown and I done stumbled my way over here. Like
facts.
Now you want to be the helping hand? Man, get out of here.
That's not for sure. Yeah, man. But all right, cool, man. You know, I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all busy and stuff. Y'all got things to do today. So, y'all got anything that y'all want to add, like on a concluding note?
Definitely. A lot of new music will be coming out. We're putting our foot on their necks. This year and going into 2020.
Okay.
We've been releasing very consistently. So, you know, if you're out there, you may not have heard of me. Make sure you Google it anywhere. Marv.p. That's Marv.p. You know. The website is there if you need to find the music. Everything's from the website. It's marv.p.com. So, you know, we're trying to reach new people. You know what I'm saying? Reach people and expose them to something they may not know of.
Absolutely.
And we're going to change. We're going to bring the real back.
Okay. Respect. Okay.
I love everybody.
I knew he was gonna be simple with it too. Like, all right, cool. So where can people find y'all as far as social media is concerned? Which platforms and what are y'all's handles?
Marv.p. It's everywhere. Just Marv.p. You type it in anywhere and it comes up.
Okay. So Instagram, Twitter. You on Facebook?
Yep. Facebook. But yeah, to make it easy, if you just want to Marv.p.com, it attaches all my platforms, all the streaming services, the scholarship, the whole nine. So
okay, bet.
And Calvinmerazh on all platforms. That's MERAZH.
Okay.
Calvinmerazh.
Okay, got you. And it's all one word?
Yeah, for the most part. You know, it's a name, so it's like Calvinmerazh.
Right. No, I'm saying like someone would like search on Instagram. There's not like a space, dot, or
that's
anything.
Too tricky for me. Like, even I was like, boy, I can't find my own stuff. People be having underscores and that stuff, and I can't do it.
Facts. I be having like 2 or 3 underscores. You're like, wait, how many is that?
Oh, yeah.
If you got 2, like more than 3 special syllables, I'm not even trying to type it.
I'm done. I'm so done. So no, it's just Calvinmerazh. If you read it, like some people be like, it's Merazh. It's not Merazh, but it's Mirage, MERAZH.
Okay, yeah. I got you. All right, well, dope. Hey, I appreciate y'all gentlemen for coming out. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all's time coming all the way from Norfolk, man. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely appreciative. You know, anytime someone come out their way for me, I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah, especially braving that 64 traffic. Yeah, that HRBT crazy.
We see on the way over here.
Yeah, like 4. I swear,
people can't drive out here.
They can't.
Nah. They can't.
And Lord forbid it rain. You spit on the ground. Everybody's crashing.
Right. Hazards go on. You know what I'm saying? Start driving 25 miles an hour on the interstate. I'm like, all right, man.
If it's not an accident, then the tunnels are shut down.
Facts. Or they're doing some maintenance or cleaning the tunnel. I'm like, this is impossible, bro. Every day.
Like every day.
That's the person we need to speak to. Who chooses what times of day they do that?
Facts.
They'll do that jam 5 o'clock traffic and cut off one half of the tunnel. You be like, that don't even make sense. You got 15 miles of traffic.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
To that guy, you're an a-hole.
All right, fellas. I appreciate y'all once again, man. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow Marv.p on all social media platforms. Follow my boy Calvinmerazh on all social media platforms. Get their streams up. Folk with their beats. Folk with their music, man. These guys are dope. They out here doing the damn thing. I appreciate y'all, man.
You did.
Absolutely. 75Junction out.